want to get you out now to the red carpet at the 89th Annual Academy Awards, where Entertainment Tonight host Lauren Zima is chatting with some of the celebrities in attendance. Let's listen in.
Hello. Elaine, we are here with David, the producer of Hacksaw Ridge, nominated tonight. How does that feel?
Surreal.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up and this is a dream. I think that's kind of how I'm going to feel, but you asked me. It's amazing. It's an honor and privilege to be here with our film Hacksaw Ridge. An important story.
They're cheering for you.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
My mother's cheering for me. I don't know about the audience here, but they're cheering for our film. So I'm delighted to be here, of course. It's an honor and privilege, and it's been 16 years of working on a film, so to be here is a bit of a surreal experience.
Wow. And, of course, everybody's talking about Mel Gibson, back at the Oscars, nominated again for the first time since Braveheart for Best Director. What do you think that win would mean for him tonight?
Well, I think the win, we've already gotten the win in terms of the film because the film is out and the story is out, and Mel's one of the world-class filmmakers. He's made great films, and obviously Hacksaw Ridge is one of them. It's great that he's been embraced back in Hollywood, and, Mel needs to be in the director's chair. And I'm glad I'm the lucky producer who worked with him, with other producers, Bill Mechanic and our colleagues. But having Mel in the director's chair is where he should be, because he's a magnificent director telling stories and opening people's minds. This movie to me represents Harry Warner, the oldest of the four Warner brothers, felt the power of movies needed to do three things. He referred to the three E's: educate, enlighten, and entertain. And I think our movie has, and I think many of the movies here tonight have. And that's really what's gratifying about it. So to work with Mel was an amazing experience. It wasn't a day that went by I didn't learn something from Mel Gibson.
What was the biggest thing, your biggest takeaway from working with him?
His integrity. We all felt a responsibility to get the story right. This is a man's life who became a hero by saving over 75 men on the front lines in World War II. A forgotten hero who is no longer forgotten, fortunately, with the Oscars and with the success of our film. So I think Mel felt an enormous responsibility to get this story right. So his degree of integrity, every nuance and every detail, every frame of this film, Mel Gibson has his fingerprints on, and I'm delighted it's as brilliant as people have said, and I'm really appreciating a story about a forgotten hero.
Well, it's a big time for Mel. He's a new dad now. Have you seen him? Have you seen the little one? How's he doing?
I haven't. You get Mel along here, you have to show him, maybe you can get a picture. You know what? It's such a great time for Mel. He's on such solid ground now. Rosalind is just an amazing woman. And can you imagine, giving birth to a child, and then I called him from Sundance to congratulate him 2 days later on an Oscar nomination and 6 nominations. So within a week, that was pretty amazing, giving birth to a child and also getting 6 nominations for all of our colleagues on the film. It's a great time and well-earned and well-deserved, and Mel is back in the director's chair. And I'm just elated that he is. There'll be a lot of great movies in the future from Mel Gibson, I can promise you that.
And Andrew Garfield, how nice is that guy, and what kind of a career does he's already achieved so much, but so much ahead of him, I think. Such a talent.
He's amazing. I saw Andrew on a play in Broadway, a wonderful play, Arthur Miller, Death of a Salesman, with Seymour Hoffman and Mike Nichols, who are no longer with us. But I was so fortunate to see him in the stage show, and obviously all his film work. But Andrew felt such a deep sense of responsibility. He went back to where Desmond Doss grew up. He walked in his shoes. He went to the church where he prayed. He really morphed into Desmond Doss. I met Andrew before we started shooting, and once we started, I never saw him again. He was Desmond Doss. And the only time I saw Andrew again was after we finished the film. But he literally became this character. Every pore on his body, every hair on his head, he literally morphed into Desmond Doss. And his level of dedication and commitment is unlike any actor I've ever worked with. It's an amazing experience. We had a great group of ensemble team of actors on this film with Andrew in the lead, but he delivered a flawless performance.
And, you've been in Hollywood a long time. Heading into tonight, what do you think the vibe of the industry and all the attendees is in terms of how political the show might get? Because we've seen it a lot with the SAG Awards, with the Globes. Will people come here with a message to spread? You know what? People should. We live in a free country, and isn't it great that everybody is entitled to express their ideas or their thoughts, and when you have a platform, it's a great thing to do with cameras on people who want to express their feelings. I happen to be very proud of having made a film about a hero who in World War II saved over 75 men, and he did that for a reason. He did it for our freedom. He did it for all of our freedoms, regardless of our race, regardless of our gender, nationality, sexuality. We're all in this together.
And, that's what he risked his life for. I never told this to anybody. My uncle, Paul Levinson, gave his life, and he fought in the same Pacific War in the theater that Desmond Doss did, and I never knew my uncle, Paul Levinson. He never made it back. So he sacrificed his life for us, and for that reason. So I think that's the underlying message of Hacksaw Ridge is these people are on the front lines every day of our lives, today and the past as well as the present, and it's for a reason. Anyway, I appreciate you giving me the time to say that, but I'm glad people express their feelings. People should always express their feelings, whether it be in movies we make or whether it be on the red carpet talking to you.
No, thank you for sharing that. There's some active members of the military in the stands tonight, which is really nice to see.
I see that, and that's great, and I'm honored that they're here, and I appreciate their service, as I think we all do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story, and good luck tonight. Great work with the film. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lauren Zima out at the Academy Awards red carpet. Thank you. We'll be back here on CBSN with more from the Oscars red carpet, as well as more of the day's news. Stick with us. You're watching CBSN.